everyone. My name is Aisha Mian. I'm a psychiatrist and I practice in Northern Virginia. I wanted to address a few questions that have come up to me over the last several days, mainly related to mental wellness and how to take care of ourselves during this time of crisis. There's a level of anxiety, a level of angst, perhaps even depression in some people that is being felt. People are feeling a loss of control, a loss of agency, just a sense of fear of the unknown, not knowing where things are headed, how things are going to be affected over the next several weeks to even months. So this is all creating anxiety amongst us. It's important to note that there is a normal human response to feel anxious, which drives us to do things. But when it becomes too much, it will affect our mental wellness and can cause further issues like mood disorders. And so it's important to treat it before it gets to that level. And remember that anxiety doesn't happen in a bubble. When one person in a household feels anxious, people around you feel anxious as well. So it's important that we recognize the feelings that we're feeling and validate them that, yes, this is anxiety and it's okay to feel anxious. And when you can validate them in you can recognize and validate those feelings amongst other people around you as well. So that's where it begins. And then you can do something about it. One of the most important things in this state, you can give yourself a structure. Structure will give you a level of control back in your life that will help you deal with some of the stress. Having a schedule, still waking up on time, getting your 7 to 8 hours a day of sleep, and then doing things throughout the day that make you feel productive is very important. Number 2, physical activity. Continue to have a level of physical activity every day. Some studies show that people that can keep their heart rate up 20 to 25 minutes a day, most days of the week, can manage low levels of anxiety without medication or even therapy. So it's important that you do some level of physical activity, which gets your natural chemicals called endorphins, which are like the feel-good hormones that are produced by our body when we do something that makes us happy. And they also drive the stress hormones down. So if you can keep a schedule of perhaps going out for a walk while maintaining social distancing, it would be good. Number 3, mindfulness and meditation. Make sure that you're practicing compassion towards yourself and those around you. Be more mindful of your time and be purposeful of your actions. Be more patient and empathetic towards people around you. This will not only help you with your own mood and anxiety, but also improve your relationships with people around you. And number 4, actually, relationships, which are, as human beings, we're supposed to rely on each other to manage our stress in times of need. So yes, we're supposed to social distance, but we need that human connection. So you can still maintain your relationships by making a phone call to your friends or your family, and maintaining that connection with people will help you go through this. And number 5, substances and alcohol are not going to help your anxiety. You cannot believe that this is actually a lot of people that already struggle with addictions. This time is very difficult because they're isolating and people are just using more and more alcohol, and this is not going to help the anxiety levels people are feeling. And remember, there are people amongst us who already have mood disorders and anxiety disorders. And if you struggle with a mental illness, please continue to see your doctor, your therapist, keep taking your meds. Doctors are still working. Make sure you have, if you're not going out to your appointments, have a phone session or a video session with your doctor. it's important to keep taking your medication. And last but not the least, it is human beings are very resilient. We're going to get through this. We will have to just make sure that we're taking one thing at a time, one day at a time, doing our part in social distancing and flattening the curve by washing our hands and staying away from each other. So, to sum up, the way to manage stress is to have a structure to your day, maintain a certain level of physical activity, practice mindfulness and meditation, rely on your relationships, and do not rely on substances and alcohol. We're gonna get through this together. Stay positive and stay hopeful. And thank you for listening.